Hi, my name is Adam Whitmer. I'm the founder and host here at ComplianceCohort.com. This compliance clip is going to discuss HMDA income for cosigners. Now the question we have here is, a loan has one borrower and one cosigner. Do I report the income of just the borrower, or do I report the income of the cosigner, since we would not do the loan with just the borrower? Now the answer, of course, is going to come from Regulation C, and it's in part 1003.4A10. In fact, it's 4A10 Part 3. And the answer is, it does depend. So let's take a look at this here at 1003.4A10.3 of Regulation C that says, except for covered loans or applications for which the credit decision did not consider or would not have considered income, the gross annual income relied on in making the credit decision, or if a credit decision was not made, the gross annual income relied on in processing the application. So there's a lot to this, but there's a key phrase in there that we need to take a look at. And of course, that key phrase is relied on. So it's the gross annual income that you relied on in making your credit decision. Now, the commentary expands on this for us. This is the actual rule out of Regulation C. The commentary expands on this, gives us a little bit more guidance, a little bit more clarification. So let's take a look at the commentary. In comment 1, it specifically says, when a financial institution evaluates income as part of a credit decision, it reports the gross annual income relied on in making the credit decision. So what that tells us is, if we use the income of just the cosigner, we would report that income. If we use the income of just the borrower, we report that income. If we use the income of both the borrower and the cosigner combined, then we report that income. And in my opinion, what you need to have documented is somewhere in your credit analysis, the loan underwriting worksheet, whatever you have in your institution, what number did you use to calculate your debt to income ratio? That income is what you probably want to tie back to for HMDA. So you're going to tie back to something in the credit file that you relied on. And usually that is the income that was used to calculate the debt to income ratio. So it depends on what you use. Again, if it's just the borrower, go with that. If it's both the borrower and the cosigner, you go with that. So it's going to vary on a case-by-case basis, but you should definitely be able to trace that back to your loan file in the credit underwriting worksheet. Now, there is something else I wanted to point out here, because the commentary goes on and actually explains quite a few things, gives a few different situations on what relied on means. But when we're talking about cosigners, sometimes people wonder if that also applies to guarantors. Now, cosigners and guarantors are different. So a cosigner is somebody who's actually signing the note. They're legally obligated directly, where a guarantor is only secondarily liable. So a guarantor and a cosigner are, in fact, different, where a cosigner is signing the note and the guarantor is not. They're signing something like a guarantee. So let's take a look at this. The commentary talks about this. It says, if an institution relies on the income of a cosigner to evaluate creditworthiness, the institution includes the cosigner's income to the extent it's relied upon. So that's exactly what we talked about. Now, the commentary here goes on and talks about guarantors. It says an institution, however, does not include the income of a guarantor who is only secondarily liable. So what this tells us is, we're only worried about the income that is primarily liable for anyone who has signed the promissory note. Hope that makes sense. That's all I have for you today in this compliance clip. I hope you found that beneficial. If you are a member, thank you for watching the Compliance Cohort. All these compliance clips, we do this for you. If you're new to the Compliance Cohort, take a look at our website at www.compliancecohort.com. We have a ton of free videos just like this one, a ton of free articles and other resources that are available to you to sign up for absolutely free. Thank you so much for watching this, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.